Hi, I'm Shayla with Revolting Science Resources, a company designed to bring the principles of project management to academic scientists. Today's video is part of a series related to one of my products, the RSR Lab Notion template. This template is designed for PIs and lab managers to help organize and streamline all the different components that go into managing a lab. And the best part is that all this information gets to stay in one place. If you'd like to learn more about this template, I'll put a link in the description box below, and that will take you to a page of my website where you can get more information. The RSR Lab Notion template has many different project management principles that I wove into the design of the template, and this video is going to walk through one of them. So with that, let's get started.
In this video, I'll talk about sprint reviews as well as change request boards and how those are utilized within your RSR Lab Notion template. Let's start with sprint reviews. First, if you haven't viewed the Scrum for Scientists video, I recommend pausing this video and watching that one first. In that video, I walk through the entire framework discussing the different components in more depth, including sprint reviews. If you haven't watched it yet, please do so now. As a quick recap of what a sprint review is, sprint reviews occur at the end of every sprint and serve as a time to showcase what you've accomplished, get feedback, suggestions, and assistance with troubleshooting from other lab members, discuss any necessary changes to your project, ensure all project information and documentation is properly stored, and plan what you'll accomplish in the next sprint. The purpose of sprint reviews includes several key aspects. They provide regular check-ins on progress for your project, ensuring that it is progressing as expected and heading in the desired direction. They allow other lab members to assist with troubleshooting. Sometimes knowledge within the lab can significantly reduce the time you spend troubleshooting, and sprint reviews provide an opportunity to access this knowledge. They provide a clear checkpoint to assess necessary changes to the overarching project as it progresses. As various experiments are conducted and results analyzed, clear checkpoints help identify what might need to be changed. Any large project changes can be included on the change request board, which we'll discuss shortly. It serves as a reminder to properly store documentation, raw data files, and analyze data at regular intervals. And lastly, this review also serves as a time to decide what you'll accomplish in the upcoming sprint. Let's walk through what your sprint review document looks like on your RSR Lab Notion template. You can find the sprint review document embedded within your project plan template. Scroll to the sprint review document section where there is a template for all of your sprint review notes. You can select the current sprint these notes correspond to, the project ID number, and the date of the sprint review. There's also a checkbox to confirm that all documentation and information related to the project has been properly stored. Write down what you accomplished during the sprint, what went well, what you'd like to improve, and the task you plan to complete during the next sprint. The embedded sprint task list database allows you to automatically input or pull different tasks for different sprints related to your project. If you're interested in using sprint reviews, I have a few recommendations. 1. Record all information and findings. Document what you accomplished during the past sprint, what you aim to improve for future sprints, and the task you plan to complete for the next sprint. 2. Create a slideshow to showcase the work you completed during your sprint and share any struggles you run into. 3. Have as many people attend your sprint review as possible to gather diverse questions and insights. 4. Note any changes you'd like to make on the change request board based on the sprint review discussions. 5. Meet with the PI and any accountable lab members after the sprint review presentation to discuss changes on the change request board, insights from the sprint review, and finalize plans for the next sprint to ensure everyone is on the same page. This concludes the discussion of sprint reviews. Next, let's talk about change request boards, as those are often evaluated during a sprint review. A change request board is a place where any major changes to a project's scope, timeline, cost, or resources can be placed for discussion during the sprint review. The person suggesting the change describes their proposal and why they believe it will bring significant value to the project. Contributing lab members can then provide their thoughts, and a vote is held to determine if the change will be accepted, rejected, or revisited. The purpose of change request boards is to document proposed major changes, the decisions reached, and the rationale behind them. This helps avoid repeating discussions and ensures intentionality in project changes. It also promotes buy-in from all involved parties, fostering a collaborative environment where everyone feels their opinions matter. Let's discuss how it works. Anyone involved with the project can suggest major changes on the change request board at any time. As a note, only significant changes to the scope, timeline, or cost and resources for a project should be added to a change request board. Change requests are only discussed at the sprint review meeting. meaning changes can't happen during a sprint. The person suggesting the change describes the proposed change and its potential value during the sprint review meeting. Meeting participants discuss the pros, cons, and other considerations, then vote on the decision. The final decision and rationale are recorded in the change request notes, and the status of the request is updated accordingly. Let me show you what this looks like on your RSR Lab Notion dashboard. You can find the change request board in two places, at the bottom of your lab projects page and at the bottom of the project plan template. These are connected, so any changes made in one place will show up in the other. To add a new change request, press the New button, fill in the project this change request is related to, and update the title to reflect the change being requested. The person requesting the change can include information about the proposed change and why they believe it will add significant value. Discussion notes can also be included as people share their opinions. Once a decision is reached, update the status and describe the decision and rationale. Here are some recommendations for using change request boards. 1. Consider using an anonymous voting method to ensure younger scientists are not influenced by the votes of more senior researchers. 2. Have at least responsible and accountable lab members vote on change request items, extending the vote to other researchers if necessary to ensure a fair representative split. Incorporating both sprint reviews and change request boards in your research will bring numerous benefits, helping projects stay on track and ensuring all significant changes are documented and agreed upon by everyone involved. In the next video, we'll discuss kickoff meetings and archive parties, and how they are used within the Scrum for Scientists framework.
So that's it for this video, sharing more about the project management principles that I've integrated into the RSR Lab Notion template. If you want to learn more about this template or other resources I would recommend, just check the links in the description box below. I'd also love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. How do you imagine using this project management principle in your academic research? If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.